Meet the three amigos, your bottom three fingers. They're not just singing, they're quietly stealing your accuracy and sending your shots low left.
So together we're the Three Amigos!
What I mean is, these three amigos are freelancing on your grip. Put them on ice for 5 minutes and finally hit where you're aiming. Hey, I'm Chris from Make Ready, and today we're firing the three amigos. That's shorthand for the bottom three fingers that love to help when you press the trigger. That help shows up as rounds low left for right-handed shooters and low right for lefties. If you're tired of blaming the sights or the gun, this video's for you. The usual culprit is sympathetic movement from the three amigos. Even with the perfect sight picture, a tiny squeeze in the last tenth of a second changes everything. The muzzle will shift and dip, and thus impacts go low left. You rarely see it with your eyes, but the target never lies. Here are 2 reasons why this could happen. Flexors in your fingers have muscles and tendons that are linked. These can cause tension from one finger to transfer to the neighboring fingers. And the second reason is the nervous system can also co-activate your fingers. This is called the enslaving effect. Moving one finger can trigger small, involuntary motion in others. With proper training, you can minimize or even eliminate this problem. We are going to attack this problem with 3-step solution: define, demo, and drill. Let's define the correct motion. We're going to press the trigger straight to the rear with the pad of our index finger, like we're going to touch our nose with the tip of the finger. But don't push forward with the palm or the sides, and don't let the three amigos get involved with your grip. Keep them on ice. For this drill, we want to eliminate the three amigos from this equation. To do this, we're going to create 3 touch points: the thumb, the web of the shooting hand, and the index pad of the trigger finger. That's it. Lefties mirror everything we're doing. Do this sequence exactly and build the habit. Here's the setup. You need a 1-inch pasty, a safe dry fire area, and a cleared pistol and mental focus. Phase 1 of this drill is to work on isolation of the trigger finger with dry fire. Your target will be at 1 yard, and here's how we're going to grip the pistol. You will use a one-handed grip, but you will only use the thumb and the web of the hand to hold the gun, while gently placing the index pad of the trigger finger on the trigger. Make sure to keep the three amigos off the gun. Here's a note: if this is too uncomfortable for you, slide the ring finger and the middle finger next to the grip. This will create more contact and give you a slight bit more control. Next, we're going to align our sights on the 1-inch pasty and then focus on pressing this trigger straight to the rear. Remember, this is straight dry fire right now. The goal here is to have 10 clean reps with 0 to no sight movement after hearing the click of the gun. The next step is to move to live fire. We're going to do the exact same process but use ammo. People often think that the gun will fly out of your hands when you shoot the gun like this. Trust me, you have plenty of contact to maintain a hold on the gun. You might experience a large amount of muzzle rise, but that's to be expected. This could be a big confidence booster and a realization for many that recoil isn't as scary as people believe. Your goal is to have all hits inside the 1-inch pasty. If impacts are still low left, go back to dry fire practice. Here's phase 2 of this drill. After we feel comfortable shooting at this range, we are seeing repeatable outcomes. We are going to increase the distance and move back to 2 yards, and then repeat the drill. Then 3 yards and repeat the drill. Keep increasing the distance until you get to 4 yards. Don't change the trigger process. Keep following the principles: isolation of motion and straight to the rear, like you're touching your nose. In phase 3, we are going to add the control hand. We will be adding the control hand while preserving the isolation of motion to the trigger finger as we press straight to the rear. The control hand will allow you more stabilization, but it does not substitute for trigger isolation. After you're able to place 5 rounds within a 1-inch target, you can move on to the next phase. The final phase, phase 4. This is where you now can do this trigger press with little to no movement, and you are consistently able to shoot a 1-inch target at 4 yards. If you get to phase 4, congratulations. You can now add the control hand back into the mix. You have finally tamed the three amigos, but here are some things to consider when adding the control hand. You still want to isolate the trigger finger and press straight to the rear. The control hand equals stability and muzzle rise mitigation with directional pressure, not extra torque. A constant non-changing friction or pressure is the goal. If adding the control hand brings back low left impacts, it could be changes in pressure. To fix this, move your focus to your grip and maintain consistent directional pressure. When you're at this stage, you will integrate stress. A simple and easy way is with a shot timer. Another way is to incorporate reloads, movement, and a presentation into the mix. An example of this would be firing multiple shots after turning to face the target, presenting the gun from a compressed ready position, and shooting at a 1-second cadence. Here's what to expect when you add stress or other skills stacked upon this drill. Under stress, grip tension spikes and those three amigos get louder. But if your trigger finger movement can be isolated and integrated into your subconscious, they won't be able to play their mariachi band and you will hit where you're aiming. Applying these skills under stress is what separates practice from readiness, conscious competence versus subconscious competence. Here are some additional things to look out for. 1. Impacts at 9 o'clock are pushing your trigger left. The solution is slow down and isolate the trigger press straight to the rear, visualizing touching your nose with your trigger finger. Number 2, random shots impacting low left. It's the sneaky three amigos creeping back mid-trigger press. The solution, isolation of motion from the second knuckle and pressing straight to the rear. Number 3, shots impacting at 6 o'clock. 99% of the time, this is anticipation. Again, focus on pressing the trigger straight to the rear, except this time maintain constant speed when pressing the trigger to the rear. A key point is to train slow, then build speed. Speed without foundation equals random outcomes, not something you should depend your life on. With a little practice, you'll be shooting right as rain in no time. Post a comment and tell me how you did or what gave you the most trouble, but be sure to tag the post with "Fired 3 Amigos." Want more help? Come train with us, where we'll cover all these concepts in greater detail and we'll help you excel 10 times faster. I'm Chris from Make Ready. As always, be well, be safe, and keep training.